Hi, I'm Nicole.
And I'm Monica.
Welcome back to 5 Business Rules. Today we are talking about pop-up boxes, one of the most hated things on the internet.
And yes, they are. And whenever I bring up a pop-up box with the client, they're like, ugh. And I'm like, no. They work.
Here's the thing. Number one thing to know. People hate pop-up boxes, but they work. Example, Entrepreneur.com increased their sales by 162%. Thanks to pop-ups. Visual Web Optimizer upped their email signups by 50% on a pop-up site. So
that's amazing.
Yes, they're annoying, but they're there because they work.
Yeah, and that's why you see them so often on websites, because they work. If they didn't work, no one would use them.
It's true. So let me clear up one thing, because there's a lot of questions lately about Google and pop-up boxes and what's allowed. Okay, because Google, if you have pop-up boxes, especially on mobile, to take up your whole screen, you can't see anything else, you can't get out of it, or if you've seen, they're called intercepts. Forbes.com is a really good example of it. You try and go something and you get this totally other screen. It says, this advertisement will go in, whatever.
Yeah,
right?
5 seconds, yeah.
That's bad. That's a bad experience, and Google will fund you or penalize you for that. But just pop-ups do not actually hurt your search rankings.
Oh, that's a great point.
Okay. Now let's also talk about the fact that there are so many pop-up options. Everybody thinks of that middle box, right?
Right.
But that, like I was saying, you don't have to take up the whole screen. Monica and I both like the little ribbons that come out the bottom of your screen. That it's a side. There's those hints. You've also seen them for scheduling tools or something that kind of slide in at the bottom right of the screen.
Or the live chat, right? It might pop up in the corner.
So there are a lot of ways to get somebody's attention without pissing them off.
Yeah, but the one thing that I would also say is make sure it's easy for someone to close it. Like, keep that X up in the, we're conditioned to see a little X in the top right-hand corner.
Yep.
Or I guess I should say this way for you guys. But make sure that's visible, because that really aggravates me when I can't find the little X.
Well, and that brings up another great point, which is your pop-up settings, right? Because you can type, do your settings so that people don't see it every 30 seconds, right? Because that'll piss you off.
Yeah.
But, maybe you have it set that once every 30 days when somebody comes to your website, they see it. But, and after they've signed up, there are smart things that it won't show up anymore. But let's specifically talk about timing, because how many times have you gone to a website and before you see anything, there's a pop-up box in your face?
Oh yeah, it drives me crazy.
You don't know anything about the site yet, and so you're not going to sign up. So think about, be strategic when you're doing these things. Maybe wait 45 seconds or something till they've read half your blog and they're engaged. Or one of the other things I like is called exit intent. So if they're going to leave your site and you haven't done anything, you say, wait, we have a special offer. You'd be amazed how much this works. But then you're not blocking what they're seeing, and you're giving them a chance to get to know you. Yeah. I never thought about that exit intent. That's a good tip. So the last thing that we have to keep in mind, because spam is spam is spam is spam, right? If it's crap, nobody wants it. And so if you are going to use a pop-up box, you are going to get somebody's attention, make sure you deliver on that. Your offer has to be valuable. Nobody's going to give you their email address or do that extra click if it's not interesting. Give them something, whether that's a lead on into your content, your email, an ebook, a webinar, whatever it is. Make sure it's relevant.
Yeah, and they're going to use it, and they're going to remember you. They're going to find it of value. They're going to remember you, and they're going to be more inclined to buy from you, to become a client.
So don't forget, I'm Nicole. I'm a digital strategist with Socialite, and I can absolutely help you get this started.
Yep. And I'm Monica Jansen, head kick-ass copywriter and strategist at Jansen Communications. And you need copy, compelling copy for those pop-up boxes, and then the landing page that it takes someone to once they sign up, or if they want to learn more.
Absolutely. So if we can help you get started with pop-up box, or you just want to throw some ideas around, reach out to us. But also, don't forget to subscribe to our next video.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining.